Welcome to the Easy Peasy Life Podcast. I'm your host, Poppy Lee, and this is the space for midlife women who are tired of feeling overwhelmed and ready for life to feel lighter, calmer, and more joyful again. Each week, we'll talk about simple habits, mindset resets, and easy tools that help you feel more in control, one small step at a time. If you're ready for peace, clarity, and your comeback season, you're in the right place. Let's make life, well, easy peasy. Good morning, guys. Happy Taco Tuesday. What you doing? How you been? What's going on? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood and it's my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Happy 55th birthday to me. I hope you are enjoying this amazing Tuesday. I'm super excited to have you on here today. Welcome to my motivational podcast. I come on Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m.-ish, to get you up and get you going. I am so excited to have you today. And today is called the Easy Peasy Life Podcast. So welcome. So let's take a deep breath. First, let's take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. So I guess I'm going to have this volume on lower than I thought I was going to have. So welcome, guys. I'm so super excited. I didn't get to be on my podcast last week on Thursday because it was New Year's Day and we had a very eventful New Year's Eve with my son and his girlfriend. So I'm so excited to start this new year in 2026, especially with this podcast. I am ready to go. I hope y'all are enjoying your wonderful Taco Tuesday because I know I am. Welcome to episode 14 in the Easy Peasy Life podcast, guys. It's called Midlife Misconception. You're behind. The truth might surprise you. So welcome. Good morning, and welcome back to the Easy Peasy Life Podcast. I'm #Poppy Lee, and I'm super excited to have you on here today. I am from a little poke town called Dripping Springs outside of West Austin. If you continue west, you're going to hit Johnson City. And if you continue west further, you're going to hit Fredericksburg, Texas, the home of over 200 wineries and breweries in the local area. And if you're a fellow wine drinker like I am, cheers to wine and cheers to good coffee. Cheers to coffee. Cheers to coffee. So I want to start off today by sharing something real. So I plan to record on New Year's Day, but like I said, I wasn't able. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. I wasn't able to come on Tuesday, so please excuse me for that. I chose real life instead of rushing over. And I was like, I don't feel like doing my podcast today. And you know how I am. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to fake it till I make it kind of thing. And so I wasn't really feeling it on Thursday. And although I try to show up for you guys as much as I can, I had to choose my family and myself. And that's one of the most important things that you can do for yourself, especially during midlife. So there was less pressure, less forcing, more presence, and more moments that actually matter, which is time with family. And so if you're listening today, drop a 1 in the comments if you're coming to me live, which means you're listening to it right now. And drop a 2 in the comments if you're coming to me on the replay. Now make sure that you let me know where you're tuning in from. McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville, California, Colorado, Connecticut. Y'all, I knew all the 50 states because when I was in 5th grade, say yes, I did too. Those of y'all who were in Miss Kildaw's class at Edinburgh at Robert E. Lee Elementary, we learned all the 50 states. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut. And I won't bore y'all with the rest of it. But to this day, age 55 today, I learned it. And I probably learned it when I was, 5th grade? So that was like 11 or 12. And I have memorized it. My gosh. I memorized it. Sometimes it's kind of like riding a bike. You don't have to relearn it. You just get on and go, right? Let's go. Before we go any further, let me ground us with my motto of the day because it feels right. So my motto of the day is each day you have a choice whether to be happy or sad, It's up to you to find the positivity in life, and I hope that I inspire you every single day to do that when you start off your day. If you know someone who could benefit from listening, please share this podcast so you can brighten up their day as well. So welcome. And this is my mission statement, and this is my why, just to remind you why this space exists. So I will empower women in their midlife to recognize their inner and outer beauty, fostering personal growth and self-confidence every single day of their life. So welcome. And the reason I do this podcast, y'all, especially at the start of the new year, is because midlife women deserve clarity in their life without the chaos, without the pressure, without anything that's going to be bothering them. They just deserve clarity and growth that feels doable, not overwhelming in their life. So let's talk about a midlife or midline misconception. Let's talk about the biggest midlife misconceptions that we all tend to believe, or the rumors that are out there. One of the things that people think in their life, especially in midlife, is I'm falling behind. I'm behind. Everybody else knows what they want to do in midlife. They know what they want to do towards retirement. They just know what they want to do. And I feel like I'm behind because I don't know what I want to do. I already feel overwhelmed. I don't have enough retirement. I feel really discouraged. I don't know what I want to continue to do. If I want to get a side hustle, I don't know what I want to do, right? And so behind in life, behind in income and in purpose, and compared to everyone else, that's the root of all evil, y'all, is comparing yourself and your life right now to everyone else's. And everyone is so different. Everyone's life has led up into this point has been very, very different. So you can never compare yourself to other people. Good morning, Robert. Thanks for joining. So the truth that nobody says out loud for you is that feeling behind doesn't mean that you are behind. It usually means you're waking up and you're realizing I need to make some changes in my life, or I need to think differently about my life. So here's research. Fact number 1. Here's something that research tells us that most of us midlife women never ever hear because nobody tells us. Studies show that women between ages 40 to 60 underestimate how much life they still have by 20 to 25 years. We underestimate the amount of quality of life that we have if we're ages 40 to 60 by 20 to 25 years, y'all. Isn't that crazy? Let that land and let that sink in for a minute. That means many women are mentally planning that they're near the end of their life, when statistically they're standing at the midpoint. They're actually at the midpoint of their life, but they're thinking, when we're in our 50s, we're thinking, oh my gosh, like, really, I already raised my kids, I've been married, and I've already done my life, all that it needs to be. What am I worth now? And a lot of us question our worth in midlife because we're not sure what's going to happen. And we're scared and we're nervous because we've been programmed and organized all the way up until this point. We were born and raised, went to school, we went to middle school or junior high and high school. And then we ended up going to college, and some of us went to trade school, and some of us just worked right after that, right? And we weren't sure after that what was going to happen, but God made a plan, and we stayed single, we got married, and we had families. And so everything was pretty much programmed. We got a job, which was a 9-to-5 job that all of us were told that we were supposed to do after college or whatever, right? And then we ended up going to college, and we ended up getting a job. And we ended up doing that job for 20, 30, 40, 50, some of us 50 years. Yesterday I saw in the news that one lady made the Guinness Book of World Records. I think she was age 80, and she had been teaching since 1964. Y'all, I'm not super good at math, but I will tell you, that is a lot of years of teaching, because I taught for 18 years, and that was about all I could handle. She taught, how many years is that, y'all? It's like that 50 of teaching. That is incredible, which means some of her students, depending on what grade she taught, some of them are in the 30s and 40s and college and kids and everything themselves. That's crazy, right? So sometimes at that point, like, We're just programmed. Think her, 75, 80 years old, whatever she is. She's like, oh my gosh, now I got to retire. And she's so used to being programmed to doing one thing after another, going to school, doing lesson plans, whatever. Of course, by that time, she probably taught everybody else how to do lesson plans. But she just went over and over again. And she did what she was programmed to do, which most of us do. But then sometimes when we're in our 50s or 55, we may be retiring, or we may be planning for it. And then we're like, what are we going to do after that? And sometimes we lose our purpose. So quote number 1 says, you are not late. You're early to the version of you that finally knows herself. So one of the reasons why we're kind of stuck or struggling in this part of our life is because we're finally waking up to the version of our true self. Because we've always lived our life for someone else or other people. Our husband, our kids, sometimes our families. And we never knew who the true you was, right? So you're not late. You're just waking up to the version like, this is finally me. Now, what exactly is me? Okay, so here's a New Year truth. Here's something I want to say clearly. You do not need to reinvent yourself because the calendar changed. Let that sink in. You do not need a 5-step plan. You do not need a word of the year. And you do not need to prove anything to yourself or any other people. And if that makes you uncomfortable, it's okay. It's uncomfortable about that. Because most New Year pressure isn't motivation, which is what most of us think it is, right? It's fear disguised as productivity. So here's another research fact number 2, midlife brain magic. And here's another one of those moments that I'm going to tell you, research moments where you're going to say, I didn't know that. Okay, I love those moments. Neuroscience shows that in midlife, women's brains become more reflective, intuitive, and capable of long-term clarity, not less. Let me say that again. Neuroscience shows that in midlife, women's brains become more reflective, intuitive, and capable of long-term clarity. And you're like, I just had a brain fart earlier or brain fog, right? And you're like, how the heck am I supposed to have long-term clarity? You want a translation? You're not foggy, you're discerning. Your nervous system isn't craving acceleration, it's craving alignment. That's why new year, new me, energy instead of exciting, because your body knows better, right? New year, new me. Or you're like, oh my God, this is exciting. I need to hurry up and go to the gym and run. I need to hurry. It doesn't mean acceleration. That doesn't mean you need to hurry. This means you need to align with the new person that you are. So here's quote number 2. Clarity often feels like slowing down before it feels like moving forward. So when you get clarity in your life and you finally figure out, or you're in the process of figuring out, this is not me, I want to change because you're in midlife, clarity often feels like slowing down. So you feel like you're slowing down, but you're actually moving forward because you're getting clearer as to the person you want to be or the person that you are. So this might be you moment. Let me ask you something and you tell me, is this you? Because you're like, that sounds like me. Do you feel relief instead of excitement right now? Are you craving calm more than goals in your life? Do you secretly want this year to feel lighter, not louder? Right? You're like, I just want to be calm this year, man. In 2026, I just want some relief. I want some calmness. I don't want too much excitement. Raise your hand in the comments if that's you. If you're like, I don't want to push so much to prove something. I just want to be me. You know, I want a calm life. I want a consistent life. I just want to go with the flow in 2026. If that's the way you feel, you're not alone. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you if you want that. You're not settling, you're evolving and realizing the person that you want to be. So here's research fact number 2, why possibility feels so quiet. Psychologists say that when people reach deeper awareness, desire gets quieter, but more meaningful. Oh, I love that. Desire gets quieter, but more meaningful. So your desire isn't outward, like, oh my gosh, I want this. I want this. You crave more meaningful time with your family. You crave more, maybe room for retirement. You want to start saving more, right? Things are more meaningful to you. Not like, I want to get this big house and I want to have this amazing car and I want to be able to travel the world, although that would seem amazing, right? That's amazing. You want more comfort. You want more time to yourself. You want more peace and calmness and clarity. So you're living more inward instead of outward. That's maturity. And that's midlife. So here's redefining possibility. Possibility this year does not have to mean doing more, hustling more, becoming more to someone else. Sometimes possibility looks like choosing your peace, simplifying your days, asking for help, changing your mind, and being okay with it. Letting go of expectations that no longer fit your life, allowing ease, income, joy, and faith to all coexist. Possibility can be soft and still very powerful. So I'll be honest with you. I used to go to Google, and y'all know me. I use a lot of tools nowadays. I used to go to Google, but now I go to Google on steroids. It's called something called ChatGPT. And no, it's not complicated. It just helps me think clearer. So talking about thinking clearer and focusing on what you need to do, but not being loud about it, being quiet behind the scenes. It just helps me think clearer. It helps me get less stuck and breathe a little bit easier. That's what I mean by the small tools in your life that you need to use that make your life a little bit easier. So here's quote number 3. You don't need more pressure. You just need better support. So you don't need a lot of pressure in your life. You just need support, whether it be a bath at the end of the day with a glass of wine, whether it be a walk in the park with some headphones and some calm music, right? Earbuds, whatever they are now. Talking 80s. Headphones. Boom box. We were talking about that the other day, how we used to have like a huge boom box. Did y'all used to have that? Comment boom box in the comments. If y'all used to have a huge boom box and listen to the 80s Wham or Boy George or some of those other amazing groups, Metallica. But yeah, you just need better support. Sometimes support can be ChatGPT. Sometimes it can be a boom box. Sometimes it can be a glass of wine, or sometimes it can be a walk in the park, or sometimes it can just be yoga class or meditation or prayer when you go to church. Sometimes it can be all that wrapped into one. But here's the shift that I want you to carry with you for today. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to stop carrying what no longer fits for you. And if you feel a quiet nudge towards something this year for you, that's known as possibility. It's not restlessness. It's not something you're like on the edge about. This is a possibility for you to become the version that you want to be in your midlife.
If you're ready for simple ChatGPT prompts that make life easier, grab my free guide at easypeasyprompts.com/busywoman's guide. It only takes a minute and it's made for busy women who want quick wins and less overwhelm.
So instead of resolutions, here's an invitation. Whenever you're ready, ask yourself this one question today. What would feel supportive this year for you? Not impressive, supportive. What's one thing, decide today, that you would do in your life that would make you feel more supportive? Write it down, sit with it, and let it guide you. The question alone for you can change everything in your life. It's a possibility that you need to hold on to, grasp, and focus on. What is something that you're going to do this year that's going to make you supportive of yourself and your life? So I want to close today by saying this slowly and clearly. You don't need to rush into this year. You don't need to earn a fresh start with New Year's resolutions and workouts and diets and all kinds of stuff. You don't need to do that this year. Give yourself some grace. You don't need to prove that you're doing enough to everybody else. This year doesn't have to be loud or louder. It doesn't have to be. It can be kinder. It can be simpler. It can look like real life, not a performance that you want to do for everybody. It can be something that you're proud of, something that's existing now, and something that you're focused on to make yourself a happier person. So thank you. I thank you truly. Thank you for being here with me on episode 14 of the Easy Peasy Life Podcast. I love you. I appreciate you. And I am so proud of you for choosing a beginning that feels honest instead of forced in your life. If this episode felt deep, take a deep breath. Please share it with another woman who needs permission to start clearly. Your story is unfolding. Possibility is still here. And this year gets to feel a little bit easy peasy for you guys. So I thank you so much, and I appreciate all the birthday wishes today, guys. I love you so much. You have the best day ever. Let's go. Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Easy Peasy Life Podcast. If today's episode encouraged you, make sure to follow and subscribe so you never miss one. Don't forget to grab your free guide at easypeasyprompts.com/busywomen's-guide. It's perfect for busy women who want life to feel easier. And join me live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll see you on the next episode. Let's go.